You know, they went zone, we got tentative. We've been playing great against zone. Now all of a sudden guys don't want to take shots. My shooter catches it and passes it so quick, he played hot potato, like the ball was hot. Well, we want you to shoot, that's why we're throwing it to you. Ryan made a big play, Alex made 2 free throws, and then Nerlens made that shot that gave us some room. And then in the end, we're trying to get it in, and again, you got a young team, you say run the baseline. That doesn't mean a step and a half and then a step, it means run. Just take off and run. And you know what? They don't know it. And I told them, it's not your fault. I mean, they're just learning. The last play, we went zone, and I never do it, but I just said we're going zone. They're not going to run some fancy play. We'll go zone and then match down, which is what we did on the last play, which kind of screwed them up a little bit, I think, but they still got a shot at the rim.
You said these teams that will shoot 33s in a game kind of terrify you.
Yeah.
They only hit 8. If they hit 9, though, they hit them in the right spot.
And I said to you guys yesterday, they're going to take 30, and if they make them, you're done. You go home. And that's what scares me about playing teams that'll shoot that many threes.
Coach,
But we had problems where defensively they went right at Kyle. It didn't matter who I put Kyle on. They put Kyle in a pick and roll or an ISO. I told Kyle, if you can't play, now every team's going to do that from here on. Either we play zone or you don't play, or you figure it out. You can't get 7. I think on the first half they had 24 points. I think 14 were on Kyle. Well, you can't. No, we're not accepting that. And so, there's some things we've got to do. Again, we get out-rebounded by a team that's gotten out-rebounded all year. Physically, they beat us to balls. We have 16 turnovers. Alex has 4 turnovers, running people over. Archie has 5 turnovers. That's 9 between 2 guys. You're not going to win playing that way. Have we gotten better? Yeah, I love what I saw in the first half. And then they scored the last 5 points against Kyle, and instead of being 15 or 16, it's 11. And then we still bust it out and get it to 15, 16. We're in good shape. 14, we're okay. And then we got tentative versus zone. But I'll say it, Louisville played us all zone, and Eastern Michigan played us all zone, and we were fine. But again, you got young kids, 4 freshmen and a sophomore that didn't play a year ago, and a senior that has never played like this in Julius. They responded why Ryan makes a 3, Alex makes free throws, Nerlens makes his basket, and Kyle made that shot in the middle. Those were big plays for young kids to make, and they made them. So we win.
Cal, did you have a look at the shot clock on Nerlens?
It was good all the way. I have no idea.
Coach, how do you compare this year's Vandy's team to one you played in the SEC championship last year?
Well, they play just as hard. They run their stuff. And obviously, they had a veteran team last year, and they have a young team. I grabbed Kevin before. I said, how do you like coaching young guys? He said, oh, my gosh. He said, you're used to it. I said, no, I'm not. I said, I'm pulling my hair out. I'm going to look like you here in a while. And he said to me, you better hope you don't look like me. My hair do.
Cal, how's your frustration level? You've been working on the same things with these kids, with the effort and that kind of thing. And then
I'm happy we won. You got to understand, guys, I've been doing this 20-some years. When we win, I'm happy. When we lose, I'm devastated. We won. I was very clear with Alex after the game. Nothing else you can do. You can, either you want to change or you think you're okay. That kid outworked him, and I believe that kid's a freshman. He outworked him. Ran the court harder, went after balls harder, rebounded better, defend. I mean, you can't let it happen. It's not acceptable. For you, forget about your teammates. It's not acceptable. But when Alex gets it and figures out, and no alibis. Please don't alibi for him. He just got outworked. So now when you accept that that's the case, you'll come back and say, I got to work harder in practice. I got to make it different. I got to make it a point that I'm not getting outworked.
Are you having to coach this team a lot more than you have in the past couple of years, just on it play to play?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't remember. I mean, the first team we had wasn't a very good execution team. We were just a good team. The second team was a good execution team, and last year was a really good team, talented and a good execution team. This team's getting better at execution. I mean, we ran our man stuff and did what we wanted to do. I mean, even what we did, we shoot 45%, and we went 9 minutes without a basket. Think about what I'm saying. So listen, I like my team. and I don't have a magic wand. None of them poop ice cream. You want me to use a couple more, I will. But we won, so we'll enjoy it. Now we got a tough game in 36 hours against the Texas A&M team that beat the Arkansas to death. And it's going to be a hard game for us at home.
John, how does
Last question.
Kyle, if you're not the fastest guy afoot, how do you make it better? as a
Figure it out.
defender?
You either don't stay in the game or figure it out. Fighter will figure it out. Bill Lambier and all those guys that were like him, you figure out. You play lower, you play tougher, you do anything you can to stay in the game, or you accept it and then you're not playing. And we need Kyle on the game. But again, you can sit here and sugarcoat it, but you all watched it. They went at Kyle every possession I had him in the game. Every single possession. So, now I told him, you don't think anybody was watching the tape, right? No one watched that game? You don't think every team now is going to go right at you. Good luck. Now, you know. And I think he can do it, but he's got to make his mind up that I'm not settling for this. There's a couple plays where he broke down and then just rebound. And then he didn't rebound and they scored on him. Fight, man. Come on. Where is it? But, again, we've made great strides. I'm telling you, for 25 minutes, I'm saying this is what we want to look like. We went 9 minutes without scoring, which put us in the position we were in. And, had a couple breakdowns, but it's typical freshman stuff. But we're out there 4 freshmen and a sophomore most of the game.